And this is my pleasure to introduce, John is going to speak a little. So yeah.
My name is Chen Chun, Johnny, from Taiwan, District 93502. And it's been a fantastic year to come to New Zealand to do my exchange. And I had lots of very unique New Zealand experience to do those extreme sports, like bungee jump, skydive. I think the biggest highlights during the year is Southland Tour. It has been organized by Rotary Committee, and we have a very great opportunity to travel around South Island and meet up all the students from all around the world, and it's a very good trip. And thank you Milson Club hosting me for these 3 months, and I know I do eat a lot. Probably cost quite a lot of money for my food. Thank you a lot, and all the Hawaii committee to organize my exchange for me. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Elysa, the speaker for tonight. And I have known Elysa since we both come to New Zealand in Palmerston, and we are the only 2 students in Palmy. So we've done a lot of stuff together, like guiding, not really quite together, but we went it together, and a lot of different stuff. And we become very good friends. She's a very lovely person, and always smiling and inspiring people around her. And I'm very lucky to meet her. I'm really lucky to meet her during the year, and hopefully I can go to France and visit her one day.
Okay, so I had a slideshow, but it's not working, with like lots of pictures and all from all my year, but that's alright, you're just gonna have to listen to me speak like that. So that's how my speech starts. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Elysa Szlapka toku ingoa, nami hinui kia koutou. So learning a new language is something that my exchange year has allowed me to do. So New Zealand is mostly an English-speaking country. When I arrived, I knew how to speak English, but obviously I wasn't fluent. Now I can proudly say that after 12 months of living here, I am fluent in English. And now the question that comes all the time is, am I bilingual? I don't know. It's like the definition of bilingual is different to too many people. So yeah, I don't know if I'm bilingual, but I can definitely speak English, be understood, I think, and understand people as well. I spoke about my English skills, but I got also to have a taste of Te Reo Māori, a little taste. I was really eager to learn a new language because English wasn't a new language for me. It would be improving my language skills, but it wouldn't be a new thing. And so I was eager to learn more about Te Reo Māori and also about the culture. So I took up Māori at school for the first half of the year I was here. And I didn't learn a lot, but I was doing some little flashcards with lots of words, but it was useless because I wasn't learning them. So I realized that at some point I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to learn it, so I learned the number and then forgot about them. But yeah, so I still do have some words. I was lucky though, during my Māori classes, I was taught the pronunciation, so I can kind of, I guess, pronounce things. So I'm really, really happy about that. All of that is to say that Exchange has given me an opportunity to learn more about languages and to love learning about languages as well. Because of that, I started learning Polish at the beginning of my year when I was here, random like that, but it was a language that I had never learned. And it's quite different because it's from like Eastern countries, so I did that for about a month. I don't remember much, to be honest. I know how to say bread and tomato. I don't think that's going to help me a lot if I ever go to Poland and try to say a sentence, but that's a start. And also recently, I started learning Spanish, and I learned how to ask for the bathroom quite quickly because I know it's going to come in handy. I know myself pretty well. So yeah, hopefully if I take a trip to Spain or South America, something like that, it can come in handy. So yeah, my exchange is obviously over soon, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And in a week, no, not even a week, sorry, I'm going to leave my friends and family to go back to my friends and family, weirdly. Before you go on an exchange, you know what's to come because you're prepared, kind of. You've been told things, and you imagined things as well. But you're never exactly ready for how it feels. And that's how this whole year has been. And I think me leaving is going to be no exception. Because with this presentation, with the Rotary Farewell Weekend, we've been to see people off at the airport, we've been to farewell presentations. Well, I'm getting ready mentally, but I don't know how I'm going to cope with it on Friday. This is going to be quite interesting. There's this famous quote, I think it's famous, I mean, I've heard it a few times, that says, don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened. I'm going to try to keep that in mind, because maybe well, it's not working too much for me. But at the airport, I think there's going to be lots of crying. And if it's not at the airport, it's going to be on the plane when I actually realize what's happening. Yeah, it's because, when I was born, I built a life with my parents around me, my sister, and they helped me grow and build my life, and my parents were helping me and all of that, and they did that for 17 years. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go, leave that for a year, and then come back to it. But the year that I've built here, the life that I've built here for the past 12 months, well, in 4 days, I think, I'm going to leave it. But this time it's not going to be for a year. I think it's going to be forever, probably. So, yeah. But thing is, I knew what I signed up for when I went on a Rotary Exchange. I knew that you can't stay, you have to go back at some point. And never will I ever regret going on an exchange like that. Because when you travel on your own like that and far away, you grow up, you have to grow up. You look at the world differently because you know that there's something greater out there that has amazing opportunities and things to offer. Your ability to put yourself out there changes a lot. Your eagerness and your willingness to take opportunities, that changes as well. So that's the beautiful thing about an exchange. Now, I'm not going to lie. Being an exchange student is hard. Some are like, oh, it's vacation. It's like, oh, I'm on holiday for a year. No. You can tell, it seems really appealing like that. Oh, I don't do anything. Oh, that seems good. Well, it is good, but it's not all relaxing and all. It's like bad nights. It's picking your nails because you're anxious. I can relate to that one really, really well. You feel also really tired because your brain has to think a lot. That's what I was told before I left. I was lucky because I didn't have to learn a whole new language, but still, having English every time at the beginning was quite ooh, this is tiring. It is also not understanding, and so you have to ask people a few times, 3, 4 times to repeat, and this is a bit awkward. So sometimes you just drop it and you're like, you just laugh like that, and you just pray for people not to be asking you a question because otherwise you look kind of silly. A little fun story, I mean, it wasn't fun at the time, about that. I was at lunchtime or something at the beginning of my exchange, and I was sitting with girls, and I was still getting used to the Kiwi accent, just so you know. And there's a girl that was like, "Are you French?" And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm French. And then a few seconds later, I don't know, it was really quick after that, she said, "Are you French?" And I was like, yeah. Then you just asked, like, yeah. Well, I kind of realized that I think she asked me if I was rich. And so this kind of reaction wasn't really good, you know? For first impression, being obnoxious, like, yeah, I'm rich, you know? But yeah, so obviously, you do feel kind of stupid and pathetic sometimes. But that's what allows us exchange students to grow. During an exchange, we're pushed to our emotional limits more than once. And without it, we wouldn't be able to grow and be completely different and better people. I say better people because we, as exchange students, we become more sympathetic, tolerant, and accepted as well. The life of an exchange student is the life at its ultimate maximum, and so that's why when you've had a taste of it, you can't and you never will be the same. So now my time in New Zealand is kind of running out, so there are definitely things that I will miss from here. So I will miss people looking at my computer in class and be like, "Oh, your keyboard's weird," because I don't have the same keyboard. And that's also something that I've realized here is like, oh yeah, every country has like their kind of, like every language has their keyboard. And it seems kind of, oh well, that makes sense, but I had never thought about it. Lots of people were looking at me like, "Oh, you got a weird keyboard. Oh, I can't write on it." Oh, I can, so. I also miss going shopping and be like, "Oh, this is a cute top. Oh, well, is it gonna fit in my suitcase? Oh, I'll just deal with it when I have to." Well, I'm regretting that right now. I haven't really started packing. I just had to pack to move host families, but that was a real challenge. So when everything has to fit in, this is gonna be different. I also miss having busy weekends because I've been really lucky. I was busy. I think this is gonna slow down a little bit, or this is just gonna be homework, something like that. Not really looking forward to that. I also miss writing the date, but never knowing if it's the day that comes first or if it's the month. This is always a tricky one. I still don't know. I'll just write it on. Also, something a little bit like that, I miss when people ask me, "What's your first name?" I have to think. I don't know what my first name is. I don't know if it's Elysa, I don't know if it's Szlapka. I never know. And so I end up being like, "Oh, yo, what's my first name?" It's kind of like a weird situation. And I still don't know to this day, but you know, I think it's something that I'll always have to think about. And that's okay. I also miss planning to call home and having this usual question, "Tomorrow night for you or for me?" Because of the time zones, it's always tricky. I also miss people asking me to say something in French. I kind of hate it when people ask me to say that because it's like, I know I'm gonna speak gibberish to you because you won't understand and I don't know what to say. So yeah, I'll kind of miss that though, even if I don't like it. I also miss having those little French words that pop out. It used to happen a lot at the beginning. A lot. I would start a sentence and think and have like the beginning of a word come out and be like, "Oh no, don't speak like that. They won't understand anyway." Also, that I will miss that so much. Bringing my empty cup in history during the 100 minutes period and fill it up with coffee and drink it as the lesson goes. Oh, that was the life. I loved it. I was looking forward to it so much. Loved it. I also miss eating my little toast with Pig's peanut butter, the crunchy one. Yeah. Not this one. I mean, this one is good, but like I've been used to the crunchy one. So. Also, I miss saying the time, but always saying, starting with the hour and then the minutes, and then realizing, oh no, it's the other way around. And all. We've had a little miscommunication like that a few months ago about a swimming race. I'm not going to talk about it more, but that was quite embarrassing after 6 months in New Zealand and about 10 years of learning English, still getting confused with the hours and the minutes. That was quite insulting for me. So yeah, as you understood, this year here has brought me a lot. However, I wouldn't have been able to come here if nobody was willing to host me. So for that, I want to really acknowledge and thank my 3 lovely host families, even if not everyone's here tonight. These amazing people, they've opened their home to me, and they've treated me as their own for a certain amount of time, depending on how much, like, what was happening. Yeah, and I think, so they brought me a lot, and I think that me being here has also brought a lot to them. I don't want to brag or anything, that I brought a lot to them, but yeah. Like, now my host family, they know that if they ever want to tour France or something, I'm here, you know, to be the guide. And also, cherry on top, they have free accommodation in my little village, Javerka. So like, yeah, just like, now you hear that, you just want to raise your hand for the next exchange student to come. Like, so you get free accommodation, and so yeah, really. But more seriously, sorry, I've lost it, sorry. I'm a bit stressed. Yeah, sorry. I think that hosting an exchange student can be as enriching for the host family as it is for the students. Yeah. I've been on both sides. I've been a host, kind of. We've had someone staying at home, and obviously I was hosted. And by hosting the students, you give them the opportunity to live this experience firstly, because as I said, without host families, there's no exchange. So you give them this amazing opportunity, but at the same time, you also are part of their growth. And I feel like that's quite good, like that's amazing. I don't know how the future is gonna be for me, but I think that if my plans work out and everything, and if the opportunity presents itself, I'll definitely like have an exchange student at home. Like, it was just so much fun. I mean, I say that today, but when I'm gonna be hosting someone, I'll probably be a bit older than I am today, so we'll see. But I feel like it must be so amazing, and because I have lived it, I'll be so ready to give back to the exchange student that I want to host. Also, during the district conference, there was this man, I don't remember his name, but he was talking about host families and stuff. And he said something that was very true and that really marked me. It was something along the lines that, oh, if you had an exchange student, like a bad experience, so firstly, if you have hosted someone, well, you're amazing, because this is such a good thing to do. And also, so I thank you on behalf of all the other exchange students. But also, even if the experience was bad, just give it another shot, because every exchange student is different. You know, it's not because it's something he said that it's not because you had a bad experience like 10 years ago that you'll have another bad one. Yeah, so just like everyone's different. Like in general, everyone's different, and also every exchange student, because we're human. We're different, so it's not going to be the same anyway. Oh, also, a little heads up for those who are thinking of hosting or something. Well, once you start, you're in. Like, you don't stop. You can ask my host families; they're not stopping. So yeah, now what's up for me? So when I get home in September, so I have holidays first. Good. But in September, I'm going back to my last year of high school, which is highly exciting. And this is the part I'm really looking forward to, as you can imagine. But when I came here, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I don't think I do exactly. I think it's a bit like idealistic. But I do have a way clearer idea of what my values are and what I want to do, if I want to make a change, if I don't want to make a change, like that kind of thing. So today my thinking goes towards international law or international relations or political science, something like that. Now I'm going to say big names, but that's kind of what I heard and that seems quite appealing. My goal is to work for like the UN or the UNICEF or Amnesty International, those kind of things. I actually joined an Amnesty International club at school, so that really also like helped me thinking like that. I know I'm not going to achieve that in the next 2 years, even though I wish I could. But on my computer I have this lots of tabs open for Workaway. So Workaway, if you don't know, it's a website that connects travelers who are willing to give a hand to people in exchange for housing and accommodation. So I'm really seriously thinking of doing that maybe next summer if I save up enough. We'll see about that. But yeah, so that's really my plan so far for hopefully next summer. And so yeah, traveling is part of my future. It's what I want to do, and it's not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence, because I've lived immersed in a whole new culture and in a whole new country this year. And thanks to this, I got the chance to have a brand new vision of the world I live in. For me, and like Johnny, school has been good, and it's been a great part in discovering myself and broadening my horizons. I'm probably one of the few exchange students that actually enjoy their time at school. I'm so happy with that, because I chose New Zealand mostly because of the range of subjects that are not all academics. And at home, it's lots of academic subjects, and you can't pick it. You just choose what you want to emphasize. But even this is quite limited. So I was really happy that New Zealand had a different range that I could choose from. And so that's what I did last year and this year. For example, this year I took up history, English, drama, media studies, and bio. And all of this subject has shaped the way I think and the way I am now and what I aspire to. And so for that, I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity to change and to grow into the person I am now. I had written this whole detailed paragraph about how exactly each subject has shaped my thinking towards the international law, all that kind of stuff, like my values. But yeah, it was going to be really boring, so I cut that out. So I just stopped there, lucky. For me, the assessment didn't count for anything, because it's not the same system and everything, and even like it's a cultural exchange more than a school exchange. So it didn't really count, but I still did the work, or most of it. I had to say the last bio assessment I didn't hand it in. And I got good grades, and I was proud of myself. I got an achieved on a bio report, but I don't like bio, so that's okay. And then a bio test as well. I got an achieved. I got married on my drama performance. I never did drama in my whole life, and look at me, I'm going to go for an Oscar soon. I got another merit for my history assessment on the first Taranaki War, which I was like, yeah, like learning about New Zealand history, go me. And then also one for a history research assessment that was quite long to do. I'm going to frame it because I'm so proud of it. And I'm still waiting for some grades back. I did a film review for media studies, and I did 2 essays about the critical race theory for media studies, and about the uncanny of Freud. So like it's like kind of high level. I felt good about that. And I just did a performance for drama about Honeheke on Thursday, so I'm just still waiting for results. But yeah, that definitely has like given me a self-esteem boost that I was able to actually succeed in these classes. Like I was doing well, I was doing okay. So yeah, but all this good fun that I've had at school, yes, it's come to an end now, unfortunately. I already said goodbye to most of the other exchange students, but also to my friends. I may see some of them, but basically I said goodbye. Said goodbye to most of my host families as well. So now I think it's time to say goodbye to you. Thank you for hosting me and for taking the responsibility of hosting an exchange student, and for also being incredibly welcoming this year. Also, thank you to my host families again. Well, everyone's not here, but thank you. You'll hear it for them. I owe you everything I did, and yeah, it's just so incredible. I can't pay that back, and it's quite frustrating. But I'll just try and take everything that I learned from you and just move on with life with that. Also, thank you to the Youth Exchange Committee for just doing everything. Like, I can't imagine how much work you guys put into it to, like, just give us the best year of our lives. So yeah, thank you so much. Tomorrow, well, we're going to now, but tomorrow we're going to see Olivia off. This is going to be a really hard goodbye. And then we're going to go and see Hedda off on Wednesday. Yeah, I knew it was the 10th. On Wednesday, so again, last goodbye. And I will finally say goodbye to Johnny on in Oakland Airport on the 12th. And from there we'll go our separate ways. We will all go back to our lives, but everyone that I've met here, whether they're locals or they're other exchange students, they will all have that little piece of my heart. Karen was talking about like pieces of heart being taken away. Well, that's the same idea. They will all take a little piece of my heart and go back to Taiwan, Canada, some will stay in New Zealand, some will go back to Europe and everything. And now my only hope is that at some point it will all come back together. I think it's going to be quite hard to have everything back together, but still believe in that. There was this exchange student that I followed. She was in France and she came back home recently, and she posted something and she said, she was saying something about how your exchange could be measured on how it hurts when you leave, how you feel. Well, I can tell you, just based on that oh, Nova had a really successful exchange. I don't really have the words for that. Yeah, nothing really motivates me to come back home. Not even summer, and God knows I would kill for some warmth and a ray of sunshine, but no, not even that. I think that says a lot. So yeah, I just want to say that I think I feel really blessed to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. So thank you, everyone.